Every day in the USA, people find themselves in court.
David Allen Lawson, 214-710-0042 FY.
Good morning, Your Honor. Michael Crawford, representing Mr. Lawson, who's approaching.
Morning, Your Honor.
State your name for the record.
David Lawson.
Why were you out in the hallway using the F-bomb?
What?
Don't act like
I didn't know I was supposed to check in with him off the rip, so.
I didn't mean to go out in the hallway and start using
Oh.
F-bombs. You don't listen. It's the courthouse.
I apologize, Your Honor.
All right. There was a miscommunication between the two of you. Nobody meant anything by it. Nobody was trying to pick on you. So it looks like he was in front of Judge Kirsten, and he pled guilty to all charges, and I'm gonna need Beth in here, and he's got a multitude of them. So I initially, just for the record, on June the 20th, sentenced him to 20 months probation. I reduced the charge to use of a controlled substance on that, and the felony charge on motion of the prosecutor was dismissed. So it looks like, correct me if I'm wrong, he had possession of meth, possession of analog, and
What?
hang on a second. Yeah,
What is it? I didn't hear the word. What was it?
possession of meth,
The next one. After that.
possession of an analog.
I don't know what that is.
They think you had amphetamines and dextroamphetamine. Nonetheless, it doesn't matter at
Oh,
this
it's all the
point.
same?
Just let me finish.
Okay.
The bottom line is you pled guilty to the use of a controlled substance with the understanding that the case will be dismissed if you're compliant at the end of probation.
Correct.
I've got a whole slew of violations here. There's 13 of them. So he says you pled guilty to failure to attend the court work program on August 10th, failure to pay fines and costs as ordered, and then failure to refrain from consuming alcohol or drugs, testing positive for marijuana on June 21 of 24, testing positive for marijuana on June 25 of 24, and then you failed to submit the weekly testing on July 1, 10, 16, 26, 30, August 6, August 12, and then failed to provide verification of attending and completing intensive outpatient treatment, failed to provide proof of attending AANA twice a week until in treatment. So this says you pled guilty to all those. You did
Correct.
plead guilty to all those, right?
Correct. Due to.
I can't wait to hear. I can't wait to hear. Tell me.
Your Honor, this boils down to two basic things. Despite my client's best intentions to comply and be one of your best probationers ever, my client lives in Erie. He doesn't have a car, doesn't have any money. He's in a bad place, and he's a little anxious and frustrated because of that fact. And he finds himself here. He doesn't know how he can comply because of his circumstances.
Still buy marijuana.
Well, he's got a marijuana card. He just failed to show it at the time, but he's got that. So I did say not to. Ms. Wild's your name?
Elizabeth Classification Act.
I did say that he wasn't going to be violated if he provided proof of having a card. I said that at the time.
Correct, Your Honor. I didn't have the card with me when I went there that day.
Have you shown it to probation?
And I haven't seen her since then because I dropped dirty for the other.
All this went on back in June of
Correct.
24, and then you did not show up on August the 29th.
For like 4 months or something, yes. Correct.
my understanding, Your Honor, is his only means of transportation.
Listen, there's nothing I can do about people's transportation issues.
Yeah.
I feel bad about it. We allow him to come on Zoom. Somehow he made it here today, didn't he? He can't make it out to the test down the street, but somehow, some way, he made it here today. So really, the ride thing, I don't want to hear about. I don't want to hear about it. How'd you make it here today?
My mother brought me.
Well, why didn't your mother take you to testing? Because you were going to drop
She
dirt.
didn't know
Listen,
about everything.
listen.
No.
Because you were going to drop dirt. That's why.
She what?
Because you were going to drop dirty. That's why you didn't want a ride and didn't get a ride, because you figured you could come in here and tell the judge you didn't have a ride, and that would be, you'd find a more sympathetic soul, you feel, if you told him you just couldn't get a ride, life's hard, than just telling him the truth and saying I didn't get a ride because I didn't want to come and test because I knew I was going to test dirty. And then you're out there, and I know you guys had some kind of a breakdown. And I'm not going to hold this against you, but I don't appreciate you being out there and using the F-bombs out in the hallway. All right? You want to use that, go to a strip bar. It's a courthouse. What do you have to say? It looks like he hasn't even tried.
That would be correct, Your Honor. I basically instructed Mr. Lawson, I got him set up with anything, in fact, close to his home that I was able to, or recommendations that would be within Monroe County for him. And then from there, he absconded. The show cause was issued, and as the court knows, he didn't appear for his hearing. And we've been on a warrant then since I think roughly August.
You are 57 or 8?
59.
59. You just turned 59. Do you work?
Correct.
Do you work?
Not right now, no.
Are you disabled?
No.
You're not collecting Social Security disability.
No.
Why aren't you working?
I haven't been able to find employment.
Do you have a diploma?
I got a GED.
Where have you tried to find employment? I'm curious. Tell me where you've tried to find employment. If you're going to make
A few
statements,
places to try it.
listen to me. You're not going to pull this over on me. You tell me you can't get rides, you don't have more money because you don't have work. You've tried. Now tell me where you've applied to in the last 6 months.
DKL cleaning service.
Where else?
That's where I worked for a little bit. So that was the only job I had. It's $20 an hour.
You lost it, your job when?
I worked there 2 weeks ago and prior to that. So, but
I
it's
thought you just
there.
told me you weren't, did you not say?
Just that place. You asked for that one. I was working, and then I did show up.
Slow
to do a
up, slow
urine
down.
drop.
I thought you said you weren't working.
Off and on a little bit with that cleaning service.
How
Yes,
often?
I was working.
How often?
Probably about 6 months.
You've been working there
I
6
only
months.
get like maybe 10 hours, 15 hours a week or something, but that's
Okay.
it. And then I lost the transportation and the mail service out there. I wasn't getting my mail, which I told you last time. I wasn't getting my mail at all. So, and then I had to move back this way to stay at my mom's and my brother's because I lost the transportation out there and a job. I couldn't get out there and keep working there. So, and then I showed up to the courthouse 2 weeks ago in front of the other judge and he scheduled it for today. And I got a ride from my mom.
I just don't know why you're not trying harder.
Let me say
But
this.
listen, it's your life. At 59, you're not going to change. If you're 19, maybe I can talk to people. Maybe they'll change a little bit. You're 59 years old. There's all kinds of work out there. You haven't done anything you're supposed to do here. You come in here with excuses about lack of rides and lack of money and all this other stuff. And I got to tell you, I would sympathize with you if you were a single mother with 4 kids and you were trying to support them and the father wasn't helping you. I would sympathize. But at 59, there's no excuse for you to put yourself in this position. I mean, you're still smoking marijuana. You were using meth. Come on. I don't know what to do other than revoke and send them to jail. I got to be honest with you. Do you have any thoughts here?
I don't have anything for you. The only thing I can say is he did walk in, he didn't get arrested on his warrant. If I can offer anything positive, but Mr. Lawson, for the most part, again, he just absconded. He didn't call. He didn't call me to try to work some things out, maybe rearrange some of those work program days, whatever the case might be. He just up and left, and didn't give us an opportunity to even work with him on anything.
What an opportunity they gave you too.
This is true.
I mean, somehow your lawyers got a
2 felonies reduced.
10-year
Yeah.
A 10-year with a 4th offense notice. I mean, you were looking at life on the possession of meth and 15 years on the possession of an analog. Your lawyer gets it reduced to a 1-year misdemeanor, gets it deferred under 7411, and you don't do anything. You don't take advantage of this. Your record is not very good. What made you come in here today out of curiosity? I want to know what caused you to decide to show up on the coldest day of the last couple of years or few years. What made you come in here today?
Well, figured they had a warrant out for me.
I know you knew they had a warrant out for you.
I just want to get it resolved and get it over with. Put an end to it. That was a couple of weeks ago before my birthday on the 12th. So, and I appreciate the other judge not locking me up for on my birthday. So
He's a nice guy. Crawford, would you like to say anything else?
Nothing else I have to add.
I understand. Give me the first page of the register. I'm going to revoke the 7411 status and enter the conviction. So the conviction will be entered on your record. I'm going to sentence you anew now. And I don't know what to tell you anymore. You didn't come and talk to me like I told you when you had a balance. I know I would have told you that. I tell everybody that comes in here. First page. You didn't do that. Is your mom here now?
yes, she is.
Pardon?
Yes.
Where's she at? I don't know what to do with him, man. So I'm entering the conviction. I'm going to sentence him anew. I don't think he has, let me just double check one more time. Did he do any court work?
None, Your Honor.
So he had 3 days credit coming.
Correct.
All right. I just want to make sure I've listened to everybody. You don't have anything else?
I have nothing further.
You don't have anything else?
No, Your Honor.
You don't have anything else?
Oh, Your Honor.
So you can forget about the fines that you have due. 200 fines, 500 costs, 75 victims' rights, $50 justice assessment, 30 days jail credit, 3 serve 27 now, and you'll serve 335 if you do not pay your fines and costs. I'll let you pay those at the rate of $20 a week. I will start this beginning on March the 20th of 25. So you're in custody. You have 21 days to appeal, 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer for purposes of appeal. And again, he absconded so he could get a year on this. I just want to be clear to you that I will give you extensions on the time to pay if you want me to, if you don't have the money. But you got to Zoom on or before the due date with me, or you got to come in and talk to me. If you
I was told you
don't,
don't do Zoom. Like I tried to get on before and it wouldn't let me on. And she said that you don't do that necessarily or something.
I'll do Zoom.
I don't know.
He wanted to turn himself in on his warrant.
No, the prior, I mean,
Oh.
prior to that, no, when I first started, because I was going to do Zoom, but they said that you don't normally like doing the Zoom or something, but
I do
don't
Zoom
know.
on some cases and a
I tried
lot.
signing in. I did it before, but it didn't work with you. I couldn't, so I had to come down here.
I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what kind of information you were given, but
All right, yeah.
if time to pay, I'll be glad to do it by Zoom. I'm glad to do it on a lot of things. Not on sentencings, not on trials. I don't know what else to tell you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I do it with pleas all the time. I wish you well. You'll have a seat over there. You got to grow up. People against Cindy Karen Woods.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. 24W-837-116.
Morning, Your Honor. Michael Crawford, representing Ms. Woods, who's approaching.